Alright y'all, welcome back to Combat Arms channel. So I've been trying to get to this video for a while, but I've been getting hit up with a bunch of different recommendations and it kind of got put on the back burner. So I'm very excited to finally get into it. So this is about the Finnish Police Special Intervention Unit, and I guess they're also called their Bear Squad. Now I tried saying it in Finnish, but the more I was looking at it, the less it started looking like a word, and it was getting very confusing and it kind of made my brain hurt. So I'll just stick with the Bear Squad. So it looks very legit. It's sort of akin to like the Swedish piketenhet, or kind of like the maybe like a SWAT team. I'm not sure exactly which specific unit they would be more similar to in the United States. If it's just kind of like SWAT, or if it's more similar to the FBI's hostage rescue team. So if you guys can give me a little more background as to what their job actually entails, I would really appreciate it. This video is sort of a montage video, which again, I don't really like to hit these up too much, but this had a lot of requests, and this is pretty much the only video that I could really find about these guys. So very excited to check it out. But the music I had to overlay with a bunch of music that I had on my computer. So if you guys like RuneScape music, then yeah, you're gonna enjoy this video, because that's basically what it's using. A lot of the songs were copyrighted, so I couldn't watch the original video, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm very excited to look into their tactics, their gear especially, maybe even their weapons. So yeah, I hope you guys are excited. So we'll get right into it. So this channel does a lot of cool videos. Like, they're mainly montage videos, but it's pretty cool to check out. Okay. All right, so let's take a little stop at their gear right there. So one, this dude looks freaking big. I wouldn't want to mess with him. But so they have some normal body armor. It looks a little bit hefty in my opinion, and especially when you have like those like shoulder pieces, that can get very bulky and cumbersome, especially when you're trying to like do stuff in CQB. It tends to snag on a lot of stuff, especially if you're trying to go through a doorway. But yeah, they have some pretty solid body armor. You can see that they are a police unit, so they have handcuffs and whatnot, and they probably have batons and pepper spray and other non-lethal. But yeah, very cool to see the distinction between like a police unit that's more like special operations than like a military unit that would be special operations. And they have some nice helmets, which is awesome. MP5, beautiful. Okay. But yeah, you don't see many units using the H&K UMP. But yeah, it's a pretty solid firearm. It didn't really get as much recognition as the MP5. People had a lot of gripes about certain things, but yeah, it's a pretty cool firearm. These guys look a little bit different from the other guys we saw. So I'm not sure if they have like any subunits inside the intervention unit. Oh, he's left-handed. From a marksmanship instructor point of view, when you have left-handed people, it's always a pain in the butt because everything just has to be mirrored, and it's hard to consider sometimes. Okay, good training though. He had a taser, you could see. Okay. Not sure what rifle that is. Looks like a blazer or something. Yeah, so it's cool. They have a little bit of, they have a little bit of camouflage on their weapon. Really not a whole lot, so it's kind of funny. I guess maybe they just didn't put all their camouflage on, but I'm not exactly sure what rifle that is or what caliber. But judging by the thickness of that barrel and the compensator, it's probably a pretty heavy caliber. But yeah, I'm sure it's a heavy rifle too. So it's nice that they're training in different positions. You know, if you're doing a kneeling, standing, sometimes you can't really go on the prone. So you have to, you have to get proficient in all these different stances, especially with police. When you're in like urban environments, it's a lot harder to be in a position that you would, like to be in. But yeah, you never really know. So it's cool to train like that. Their earmuffs are pretty big though. It looks like it might get in the way. Normally snipers just have like the foam in their ear. Okay, getting more like military style here. Nice. It's always cool to see how the canines are implemented. It looks like he's like sneaking around, but at the same time they're all wearing black, so it's just kind of weird. They're obviously sticking out, but I mean, okay. That dog's excited. Yeah, he's ready. He's ready to go to work. Oh, nice. Oh, that's badass. Alright, got the ballistic shield. Okay, looks like a... I think that's an AK-5 maybe. Maybe a SIG. Huh. That's not something you see every... Or it's not really something you see a lot where they have like the ladder set up and they're going to a building like that, so... I mean, it's interesting to train. I guess if you have like the right security on the outside, you can get that going pretty well. But yeah, it's not really something you see utilized by a lot of people. Maybe for certain reasons. I don't know. We never use that. Hell yeah. I've never seen anyone rappel like sideways like that. Kind of weird. Pretty cool though. So he's got a figure 8 descender, which those are pretty good, but I know like there's a lot of cool stuff you can get with rappelling, like different devices. Like the Israelis had like a clamp you could use. That's a lot easier. Yeah, so that can be pretty tricky. I know, again, with like the Israelis, whenever we were training with them and their monkeys is basically what they called them, the dudes who did all the rappelling, they had like this clamp. So if you let go, it would break, and if you squeezed really hard, it would break, like if you were like falling or something. So if you do a little bit of pressure, it allows you to rappel. And that's a lot easier, especially if you have like a pistol or what have you. You can just descend using that hand while you can focus with the pistol on the other hand. That's a lot easier for going inside the windows and allows you to control your descent a little bit better than just constantly doing like all this with your non-dominant hand. Okay, nice. That dude looks scary. Imagine that running towards you. Yeah, a lot of people would get kind of triggered seeing people in like police units with camouflage and whatnot, but with like Finland especially, oh, is that that's the home guard, I think? But yeah, with Finland specifically, obviously you have a bunch of like forests and whatnot all over the place, so you kind of need to have a little bit of camouflage if you're going to be able to respond to certain areas or like even like the main areas. I promise you the music that was in this video already wasn't much better. I'll give that caveat. All right, looks like we got a fast rope set up. These guys look like they're going hunting or something. Hunting for some bad guys, I guess. Okay, fast rope, that's fun. All right, something I saw. You can tell who's afraid of the fast rope because when they jump onto the rope, if you see them just like stick there for a little bit instead of actually descending, it means they're doing like a death grip on that rope. So you can see it a little bit with this dude here. He goes and he just stays and then he goes. But you'll see this guy, he just goes right down. I think that's a funny thing to point out. Because I was definitely that guy when I first fast roped. Cool. Looks like a Huey helicopter, not exactly sure. Cool. Yeah, it's cool having police being able to like fast rope if need be. It's cool having a bunch of different options for inserts. Okay, doing it on a ship, huh? I didn't really expect to see the police. Oh, I guess like, yeah, if there's a cruise or something, you might have to respond that way. That's pretty badass. Oh, I would not want to be caught in this open field carrying a UMP. The range on that thing, you might be able to push like 200 yards, but sheesh, yeah, if you start getting contact, it's gonna be bad time. Yeah, this looks very much like a military sort of training or tactics even. You can usually tell the difference because police wouldn't carry like as big of radios as you would in the military. None of these guys have a big antenna sticking up or what have you, because they usually have better stuff. I'm enjoying the music. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. These demos are so cool though. They didn't really do this too much in the United States. At least I never saw anything like this. It goes to like help with their like funding and whatnot if the general public has confidence in them. And it also, if when the criminals are showing up, it's a little deterrent. Yeah, this is much more monotonous than what you'd see with a lot of military units. And they gotta show off the dogs. Nice. Yes, I don't really have like with normal weapon systems and non-lethal, dogs don't really have like an effective range. So if they find something, or if they find a scent, if they know what they're going to, they can go and take that guy down, hold him. Especially if if the cops need to chase them and they have all this gear on, you can send a dog and they're a little bit quicker. Well, I'd say a lot bit quicker. But yeah, they can neutralize the guy, get him on the ground so the police can actually get up to him. So it's kind of cool. When you're thinking of like non-lethal, you can picture you can sort of imagine the dog as like another non-lethal weapon. I mean, sure, they can be lethal, but hopefully they're not being trained to do that. Yeah, it's very cool to see what sort of gear these specialized police units will get. Because again, they sort of get equipment that they actually need just to facilitate their job and actually get their job done effectively. So It's cool doing those demos though. I've never actually, again, I haven't seen one of those demos in real life, but I can imagine they definitely help with the general public observing and getting confidence in their police force. But yeah, if you guys have any experiences or or if you know anyone who's in this unit or was in the units, definitely feel free to share those experiences in the comments section, because I'm sure some of y'all might have seen these guys operating at some points. They might have been responding to something or doing a raid, so it's cool to get like the first-hand knowledge of how these dudes actually operate. But yeah, they look pretty legit. Again, the music wasn't the best, but it's kind of hard when there's a bunch of montage videos and all the songs are copyrighted. Sometimes you'll notice with some of my videos, I'll just like mute a section out because it got copyrighted, and that's a little bit easier. But when the whole thing is like a bunch of different songs, it makes it a little bit harder. So I hope you guys appreciated the songs at least. I mean, it wasn't too action-packed, so it didn't kill the action too much. But it's very cool to check out this video and get a good appreciation for what sort of scenarios they're operating in, what sort of cities they're actually operating in, and what kind of stuff they're actually operating with. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's pretty cool to check out. Again, feel free to send those recommendations in the comments section. I have a growing list going, so as you guys recommend things, I add it to the list and I sort of prioritize it based on how many people are recommending certain things. So I'll give you a little bit of, I guess, my theory behind my madness with all the videos coming out. So I do appreciate the recommendations. I do take everyone into consideration, and I put them down and make sure I'm tracking them so I can give you guys videos that you're actually interested in. So I do appreciate the recommendations. It's very cool for me to check out, and I hope you guys can enjoy it too. But that is it for this video. I will see you on the next one.